So this is the first episode of a thing we're going to try to do. It's we're going to try to release daily episodes. I haven't come up with a fun name for daily short episodes, though.
Okay.
I was thinking like daily thoughts, but that's kind of lame, huh?
Daily affirmations.
Oh,
There's already
what are you, a
something.
calendar
I'm
over
kidding.
there?
That's already something. I'm not sure who does
A
that.
dumb thing is what it is.
Deep Thoughts by Jack Andy.
Okay. So I'll be coming up with a name for it. Tommy will be silent. So they're just going to be short little things about one certain subject, and
Sure.
you're going to laugh a whole bunch, and you're going to get a daily dose of us, like vitamin C, and be happy. Maybe we'll call it vitamin C. No.
Get your vitamin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your supplement.
Oh, take your vitamins. That's
go.
what we'll call it.
Okay. Or supplements. Take your supplements.
What are we, a steroid?
Maybe.
Oh.
Should be illegal.
Yeah, probably. Did you know there's a modern drunkard magazine, by the way?
Oh, really? I love that book.
What? It's a book?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It was called The Modern Drunkard.
What is it?
I bought it like 15 years ago, and it was just little things about what you're supposed to do if you're a drunk and nowadays.
Oh, interesting.
Advice and stuff.
Well, there's a magazine, by the way. Shout out to Michigan, who's the 10th drunkest state in the union.
I saw that. We need to work on that, don't we?
Well, you're working on it yourself.
I'm
there.
trying.
You're
getting
trying
back
real
into
hard.
The swing of it.
So, a lot of the news recently, when they bring up Michigan, focuses on either Detroit or Flint. We've got the Flint Town on the Netflix. We've got Detroit, which has been a subject of a movie or two, a bunch of books, documentaries.
Right.
Flint's all over the place. Flint water crisis, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
By the way, if you're watching Flint Town, that was filmed starting at the end of 2015. There's still no clean water. So.
No.
And they've not even started to try to do anything.
No. And I'm pretty sure the crime is still just as bad.
Yeah.
If not worse.
Oh, yeah. It's always been consistently one of the most violent cities in America, which always blows my mind because I'm like, well...
Yeah, we're 5 minutes up the road.
Yeah,
we both graduated college there.
I know. I've spent significant amounts of time since I was like 5 years old till now in that, and it just never even... Whatever.
I mean, there's some parts you can go to and be like, yeah, this is bad.
That's because if you're from around here, you know where not to go.
That's true.
So, like, not the entire city isn't just one big gunfight.
No.
So
no, not usually.
So, but I feel like history has left out one important part, one grand thing that happened within this mitten-shaped borders of this state.
Auto World?
No.
Oh.
Hell no. Ain't nobody care about no Auto World. I'm talking about, this is where Andre the Giant was slammed by the immortal Hulk Hogan.
SummerSlam 86?
Okay, you're completely wrong. It was WrestleMania 3.
84. 85.
88.
Okay.
At the Pontiac Silverdome.
I knew that.
It set an attendance record at the time.
Yeah, I knew that.
I knew a lucky son of a bitch that my dad worked for GM.
Mm-hmm.
One of his good buddies was taking his son, who was about the same age as me, maybe a year or two older, to that, and I was so angry, just beside myself with rage.
Around the house, mad at your dad.
Yes, Andre the Giant is going to be the subject of a documentary on HBO coming up, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, I bet it would be.
Did you see the 30 for 30 on Ric Flair? It's amazing.
No,
ESPN 30, yeah, for sure.
Is it on Netflix yet?
No, but if you look around on the internet, I bet you can find it.
Okay.
It is like an hour and a half long, but it's totally worth it. It's really good.
Sure.
So this Modern Drunkard magazine article is about Andre the Giant.
Okay.
And his legendary drinking status.
Yeah, I guess he drank like 50 beers a time.
Oh, man. So I'm not going to read the whole article, but we're going to go over it and comment. For 2 decades, from the late 60s through the 80s, Andre the Giant was the highest paid professional wrestler in the business and a household name across the globe, mainly because he was just so huge.
Right.
Huge.
Like 7'4"?
Yeah, 7'5", but because of his disease, he started to shrink. So I think by the time he died, he was like 6'5", 6'4", something like that. Yeah.
Wow, so he got really small.
Yeah, and they also said that it was kind of hard to gauge how tall he actually was because he was always in pain, so he's always slouched over a little bit. So they always build him as like 7'5", 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you see his friggin' hands,
Right, you can believe it.
yeah. For proof of his drawing power, look no further than WrestleMania 3 in 1987. Oh, it was 87.
Oh,
The main event was Andre versus Hulk Hogan. The show drew the first $1 million gate in wrestling history, set a pay-per-view record that lasted a decade, set the all-time indoor attendance record, 78 plus thousands in the Silverdome, and his rematch with Hogan 2 months later, broadcast live on NBC, attracted 33 million viewers.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, isn't it, though? That's crazy to me. 33 million.
Hey, Joe, quit mowing your lawn. Andre the Giant's son.
Yeah.
Everybody just everywhere.
I remember that match, too, because he won. He beat Hogan for the title, and then he sold it to the $1 million man.
Ted DiBiase.
Yes. $1 million man gave him money, and he sold the championship to him.
Remember Virgil?
Yes.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Just,
That was a little bit racist, huh?
well, yeah.
The black man servant.
Sure, but back then you didn't really see it that way, I guess.
No, not when you're a kid.
Not when you're white.
By the way, Virgil is on
really terrible.
Virgil is on Twitter, and he's the most obnoxious, foul-mouthed, dirty old man you've ever seen.
Well, isn't he like broke now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I saw that.
I think there's a picture.
Well, that Jake the Snake Roberts thing. That documentary.
Is he in there?
I think so. He's like outside arenas, like trying to sell. Like you can get a picture with him for like $20 or something.
Yeah, probably. I saw a picture of him at some like Comic-Con or something, and there's lines all over the place, and then there's him sitting there, and there's nobody in line for him.
Oh, poor Virgil.
Poor Virg. While it can be argued that a handful of wrestlers matched Andre's in-ring achievements, no other wrestler ever matched his exploits as a drunkard. In fact, no human has ever matched Andre as a drinker. He is the zenith. He is the Mount Everest of inebriation, which I love.
So he was like a bad alcoholic, huh?
Yeah. First, consider the number 7,000. It's an important number and a scary one considering its context, which is this. It has been estimated that Andre the Giant drank 7,000 calories worth of booze every day.
Wow.
Just booze. Just booze.
7,000 a day.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even at 4,000 a day.
You got some catching up to do. A green rookie named Hulk Hogan toured Japan several times with Andre and witnessed the Giant's alcohol consumption firsthand. According to Hogan, Andre drank, at minimum, a case of Tall Boys during each bus ride. When he finished a can, Andre would belch, crush the can in his dinner platter-sized hand, and bounce the empty off the back of Hogan's head.
So he just bullied him the whole time?
I love it.
That's
Hulk
awesome.
Hogan getting bullied.
Yeah.
I
what
love
are you
it.
gonna do about it, Terry?
Yeah. Your name is Terry. I'm Andre. Who's cooler?
Right? Definitely Andre.
Hogan learned to count each thunk so he could anticipate when Andre was running low. Whenever the bus stopped, it was Hogan's job to scamper off to the nearest store and buy as many cases.
He was his beer bitch?
Yes.
And he hit him in the back of the head with
Yes.
the cans?
This is great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Terry.
Yeah. On one tour, Andre's Japanese sponsors rewarded him with a case of expensive plum wine. Andre settled down in the back of the bus and started drinking. 4 hours later, the bus arrived at the next venue, and Andre was polishing off the last bottle of wine. How do you drink that much of anything? Seriously.
How many bottles of plum wine?
An entire case. It doesn't
Oh,
say.
wow. So it's either 12 or 24.
Wait. 16 bottles of wine in
Wow.
4 hours.
Wow. 16 bottles. Jesus. And how he was like 50 when he died, right?
I don't know if he was that old.
At least in his 40s, right?
Yeah, probably.
God.
16 bottles of wine in 4 hours is a considerable feat, but it gets better. Andre proceeded straight to the ring and wrestled 3 matches, including a 20-man battle royal.
Drunk off his ass.
In 1977, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, if you will, wrestled Andre at Madison Square Garden. Afterwards, old friends went out on the town. They adjourned to one of Andre's favorite watering holes and took stools at the bar. Several hours and some 100 beers later, around 75 of them, Andre's, they headed back to their hotel.
Wow, 75 beers. God, what's the most you think you've drank in one night?
I
I would say probably, I bet you I've drank 20 before, 22.
I know for a fact I've drank close to 15 before.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've drank close to 20 before, maybe 22. Yeah, 20 or 22.
But I drank like 15 and it was spread out through an entire day, so
Right.
it wasn't like I was.
Right. Like not 16 bottles of wine in 4 hours.
No, it wasn't that. It was like 12 hours that I. So it.
That's
I mean,
not even that good.
no, not really. Not really.
That's not even like drunk.
Well,
That's
I'm not
even
trying
buzzed.
to. Yeah.
God, I look back at how much I used to drink, and I'm like, fuck.
You're no Andre the Giant. You got some
No,
catching
but
up
I
to
mean, probably height weight proportion. I was pretty close.
do. You were the short, stubby Andre the Giant.
I mean, I don't think it would be. I mean, God, we'd start out with those Irish car bombs and go to those Long Islands, and
Mm-hmm.
God, we drink
Good
a lot.
times. Those I miss Irish car bombs. Those
Yeah,
were great.
We need to go have one soon.
I know. I don't
That'd
know
be
where
awesome.
they have them, but
I think probably any place can make them, right?
Think so?
Just Guinness and was it Guinness and Kahlua and
yeah.
that's it, right?
Yeah.
And Jameson.
Jeez, I used to get there and have two of them on top of everything else every time.
And they're like $7 a piece, weren't they?
didn't even
Like,
matter.
It didn't matter. Isn't that crazy? How like I won't buy a $20 pair of jeans, but I'll go have a $30 bar tab and not think twice about
Yeah,
it.
priorities,
right.
responsibilities.
That's right.
You got it in check. You won't find it in the Guinness Book of World Records. I said that word. Guinness. You won't find it in the Guinness Book of... I said it again. I never
The
want to say it
Guinness
again.
Book of World
Thank you.
Records.
But Andre the Giant holds the world record for the largest number of beers consumed in a single setting. These were standard 12-ounce bottles of beer. But during a 6-hour period, Andre drank 119 of them.
Wow.
That's-
119 beers.
I mean, that's what happens when your liver's the size of a watermelon. I guess you can do that.
How did he die? Like, Jesus.
The disease that made him so big killed him.
That's
basically.
what happened? It wasn't
Yeah.
alcoholism?
No. Wow, I'm sure it didn't help.
Right. She's 119 beers in 6 hours.
And apparently he drank because he was in pain all the time.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
of
that's what I
wrestling
figured.
injuries and knees blowing out. And
Yeah.
So,
And just constantly.
and then just
being
whatever
crushed.
disease he had
Yeah.
and traveling around in cramped cars that weren't made for him. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you don't blame him.
yeah. I mean, I saw that news article of you scoring the touchdown.
Oh, yeah. The touchdown, Tommy Thompson.
I love it because it says Tommy Thompson, 5'9", 250. Man, you were like a little miniature meteor.
And I was 15 years old.
And it says Tommy Thompson gives your stats, plowed his way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, he was
For-
like a tractor.
4 yards to pay dirt.
You chugging away.
Yeah, the supper club, man. Me and
4
Richie.
yards, 12 feet. Were you winded?
Probably. I don't
Probably.
remember. I remember carrying a cornerback on my back, though.
Yeah.
Like a little 100-pound guy tried to tackle me, and I just ducked it.
Not on this day.
Right. I fell into the end zone. I remember that.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you started throwing crushed up beer cans against his head. You're the beer bitch now.
Yeah, the supper club. Me and Richie. Coach would put us in when the game was sealed, and he didn't want to score any more touchdowns. He would put us in at
Yeah.
running back. 'Cause we were the two
Put in the
fat-
hopeless ones.
Yeah, and we
I love
scored.
it.
So he made it a point to make sure we got we made the paper.
Cool. So this has been,
The miserable retail slave.
yeah,
Look at
the your daily dose of vitamins or whatever we're calling it. Andre the Giant and his drinking habit. How about that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.